could be her too. I got a brave soul. Jasmine, go. Give me the first line. Go. Good. Yes, you do. Yeah. You want? Oh my goodness, awesome. Wonderful. Perfect. Excellent. Tremendous. You should raise your hand more often. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, next, Luke, is what?
Wait, am I answering?
Yeah, yes, you.
Yeah, I see. No, you mind. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, like terms will go for it. Now this skips.
Sorry, I thought you had different stuff.
Okay, you guys can skip this if you want to, but it's just easier when you're starting off with exponents, which you are, to remember this.
Now you guys know.
Yeah, so now you're going to add left and right, so it's going to go into 2 to the 22, x to the 29, is that right? Okay, so one sec. If you have any question, please ask here. So I'm going through quickly here. Are we good? I'm good.
So.
Okay, hold on, guys. Stop. Please, guys, stop. Any question or answer? Yeah, I think so. Barely question or answer? Go ahead.
Okay, so x to the 21.
Yeah.
Y to the 16. Y to the 16.
Yeah. That's what I wrote. Oh no.
Shucks. And all of it to the
If you wanted to call that 2 to the negative 10 and then change over at the end, that's fine too. Okay, now again, if you take a look, right, there's more 2's in the bottom than the top, that's why it's 10 to the top here. Final step here is what? Spencer, go ahead.
Multiply the 6 foot on the other side with 1 to the other side.
Yeah.
X to the 42 by 32 over 2 to the 20.
Awesome. Okay, so a little bit on slope, 2 examples on slope, then I'm going to stop. Okay, there will not be a graph on your test about slope, but there will be a question, possibly like this, which is going to be G. Now, before you say I'm in grade 10, why am I getting slope? The reason is there's another unit on slope at the end of the year. I chose to at the end of the year, but if you talk to all your friends in the other class, they had slope in it, like right at the beginning there, okay? So I'm going to say, make the equation of a line going through 4, 4. I forgot your question. That'll be the next one. And 7, 15. Stop. That's good. That's why you came to class. So this is good. Okay, stop. Okay, stop talking. Okay. So you need 2 things. Guys, can I please do this? Make it with us here still. Stay with us here, please. Okay, we don't need graph paper. You can, if you want to do this on a graph to help you out, you can. But we're just going to do the algebra method. What are the 2 things you need for an equation of a line, Jenna?
Actually, I don't know. I just know the equation.
Slope is good. What else do we need? Slope and y-intercept. So can anyone remember, Luke, how we get the equation for slope?
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x2.
Very good. So m is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Because that's like your y, this is your y values, right? And your run's going to be your x values. Now, where do you get this from? If I was writing if I was writing the midterms there for you guys, what I would do is I would label your point something like this. When I was working your test last night, there were a few people that got their x and their y's backwards on your points. Remember, x comes first and then y for this. So I just picked the points, x1, y1, x2, y2. Someone other than Luke, be brave now and slip some numbers in. Natalie, go.
We should have 15 minus 4.
Yeah.
Over 7 minus 4.
Right. Yeah, we're We're good? We're good? Okay. Can I get a final person to show off their algebra skills? Someone Luke, you already volunteered, sorry, someone Luke. Please, traction.
11 over 3.
Good, thanks, right? 11 over 3, good. Now, is it okay to have a slope of 11 over 3? It totally is. What that means is if I was graphing this, I would go up 11, right 3. That's slope with mean, and that's fine. Okay? Okay, how does anyone recall now how we get the beaten chart for this? There you go.
Use sub 1 form.
Good. So we're going to choose, I'm going to choose 4 and 4. The other one will work too. As your x and y, and we're going to go y equals mx plus 3. What you'll take a look if you know now, you will have a y value, an x value, and a slope, and you're just going to be solving for b. Okay? Can someone be brave and sub that in for me, please? Make an equation. Aiden, go.
4 equals 11 over 3 graphic.
Okay, there will be a question of this difficulty on your test. What that means is there are fractions here again. Some other names, sorry, you're out. Bailey, what's 11 over 3 times 4?
44 over 3.
Or 4 over 3. Can you explain to the class how you got that?
11 times 4.
So if you take a look, like 4 is like 4 over 1, right, when you're multiplying a fraction? Someone other than Bailey. Bailey, you're out. Somebody new, please. No, yeah, hands out too. You're out too. How come all the kids from my class don't people who know this? Somebody that wasn't in my class last year. Somebody that solved for B. No, I go. I solve for C's.
Turn 44 over 3 over equal sign.
Yeah. So I'm going to change this to 12 over 3 minus 44 over 3 equals B. Where the heaven did I get 12 over 3? That's right. Go ahead. Right. Because I needed common denominator to subtract this. So that's going to be negative 38. No, 28. What is this? 32. Well, I hope Mr. Lacey's not watching this. Equals B. Okay, so that's looking good, but not yet great. What's my actual equation? Aiden, go.
Y.
Yeah.
Could it just be 11x?
No. You need the question was, good question. Come up here, please. The question was, could I just use it as 11x minus 32? The answer is unfortunately no. Because that's a slope of 11 is different than a slope of 11 over 3, right? Like a slope of 11 is like up 11 over 1. 11 over 3 is like up 11 over 3. So it's they're different slopes. That makes it something. Okay, this is going to be a real life word problem. Lexi, can I embarrass you and tell the class what happened so far? So Lexi came to me this morning and goes, Mr. Sadler, did you mark my test? I'm like, yeah, sort of, not really, I'm not done yet. I bet I get an 87. I'm like, why would you get an 87? That's good for you. I hope you get that. Why would you do that? Well, because my marks on my test form a linear pattern, like slope. I'm like, cool. Like, that's like super awesome. Okay, so I'm going to do to predict Lexi's score. Here we go. So, example, it is cool. H is going to say. Lexi's first test. Was, I'm going to make the number 75. Her third test was 83. Model this with an equation. And predict her mark on her sixth test. Okay, now this, you're probably thinking to yourself, this looks nothing like what we just did. We're going to actually make points here for this. Okay, I'm going to say X is going to be the number of tests and Y is going to be her mark. So how would you say the first test is 75? What's that?
We did this in unit 1.
So if I do the first test is 75, how do I make a point out of that? Test 1 is 75, go ahead.
So it'd be 1, 75.
Good. With that knowledge from Bailey, which is excellent, can somebody tell me how I say her third test was 83? Alistair, go. 3,83. So now we have 2 points. So what I would like you to do is to make an equation out of that using y equals mx plus b, what we just did, and then we're actually going to use it to find what her mark will be on the 6th test. All right, so make the equation first. Got it? Yes? Make the equation first using the methods we just learned on the left board, and then we're actually going to solve it here. Now this question was just off the cuff because Lexi just demonstrated her good math skills, so she's hoping that this trend continues. The reason I like this question because her mark is going up as the course continues. I like that. If she started at 100 and then it went 94, 88, that would be bad, okay? But this is going up. Love it, okay? So instead of staring at the board, hoping this question will go away, what you should be doing is just like what we did here. Okay? Got it? Good. Wait until we